Last week we had John Lithgow on, and I asked him, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the movie that he was actually on promoting, Love is Strange.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm dying to see it.
It's really phenomenal. Yeah. But we did ask him about his role as Reverend Shaw Moore in Footloose. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
We actually see him? Oh, that's great.
Another film that, of course, people remember you for and love you for is Footloose. And the only question I ever have had about Footloose is when you were playing that character, did you ever ask yourself, why does this guy hate dancing so much? Like, just at a certain point, could you not get over the main plot of the film?
If you remember the film, he had lost a son in a car accident on the night of a prom. And drunken kids getting wild and driving a car off a viaduct. That, that was the hook for me. Beyond that, I'm not a man who's grown up religious, a very religious family, and I had to find some sort of spine of reality there. So I literally went and sought spiritual counseling, quite cynically, I must say, from, I think, an Assembly of God minister that I found in the Yellow Pages. I literally said, I'm very lonely, here on location, and I find that people with faith have someone that they can turn to. Can you talk to me about Jesus? And it was an incredibly valuable thing to do. I did feel like a total hypocrite, a snake in the grass, but if without that, I just had some. This man was extremely kind and compassionate and very persuasive. That's what I needed to play that part and deliver those sermons.
Did you ever have any idea that he was seeking spiritual guidance for that part in Footloose?
No, I didn't. But no, I had no idea. But he was fantastic in the movie.
It's such a lighthearted, fun romp. I don't think anyone would ever expect that an actor would feel the need to do that. But I feel like actors do that no matter what the role is.
Well, we do. So I was afraid that I was too old to play a high school student. So I checked myself into the high school in Provo, Utah, without anyone.
You 21 Jump Street yourself?
Yeah, I did. I 21 Jump Streeted myself into the high school, and honestly, it had a very, very profound, again, effect on the way that I played the part. I wasn't famous enough that anybody knew. I'd done some movies, but nobody recognized me, and no one knew who I was. And the only people that knew were the principal, and maybe just the principal. And it was a terrifying day in a where a city kid goes to a farmer's-based school.
Did you have trouble?
Yeah, people.
What were the
troubles?
It
was very much like the movie. People, guys kind of picked on me, and gave me shit about what I tell you, I wore a tie, and originally in the script, the mother says, "You should wear a tie to school." And I thought to myself, well, no, a tie at this point was like wearing a tie was kind of like a kind of a modern sort of groovy thing to do, and the kids in this rural community would never dream of wearing ties. They were like literally in overalls and stuff.
Right.
So I wore a tie, and people just made fun of my tie, made fun of my hair, made fun of the whole thing. And there was a big, corn-fed kid who took me under his wing, just like the movie, and said,
"In a day? This all happened in a day?"
It all happened in a day. He said, "Don't worry about it." The girls were giggling, and it was so much like it. I cannot begin to tell you. And what I realized was that I had been thinking that I was going to play it with a lot of kind of like bravado, walking down the hall and like, come on, bring it on, I'm from the city and I can take all you guys. And I spent 10 minutes in that school and I was like, oh, I gotta hide under the desk. It was terrifying.
We're such a prideful world and nation, and here we are in the 21st century and we're so brilliant. Well, let's be less brilliant and more loving.